Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine at your places. Class, our next topic is operating system and its function. Subject is operating system for CSC third semester. To understand this subject, first we have to understand what is operating system. Before starting operating system, first we describe about what is software, because operating system is a system software. Class, software is a collection of programs, and the programs basically is a collection of instructions which is essential to perform the user task. And your software basically categorized into two main parts. One is system software, and second is application softwares. System softwares are those programs which are needed to execute any user program on your computer. There are three main categories of system software. One is operating system, second is system programs, and third is all your language translators which is available in your PC. It means operating system is a system software which is present in your computer. Without operating system, your PC does not having any mean. इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है विदाउट योर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. इसीलिए हम लोग कहते हैं कि ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम क्या है. बेसिकली एक इंटरफेस प्रोवाइड करता है किसके बीच में, आपके पीसी के हार्डवेयर के बीच में और कंप्यूटर यूज़र के बीच में. द रीज़न इज हार्डवेयर of your computer is not directly contacted with your user. मतलब यूज़र डायरेक्टली आपके हार्डवेयर को यूज़ नहीं कर सकता. इसलिए we need a man in the middle between these two persons, and that is operating system. That's why it is called as, it is an interface between user and your hardware. Thus in this diagram you see there are number of user 1, user 2 and user 3, so on. They are using application programs or using system softwares. They interact with your operating system. They are stored on your operating system, and operating system directly contact with your hardware. So user instructions, users programs are executed by hardware with the help of operating system. So that's why you can say operating system is the program which is initially loaded into the computer by boot program. Having a you know about the bootstrap loader. When you log in your PC, there is one program which is reside in your ROM, bootstrap loader. Basically its function to get the operating system Windows from C drive Windows folder and get it into the RAM from where they are executed. That's why your Windows will operate by, that's why it is called as by a boot program, which is manages by other application programs in your computer. There is one more term of operating system. Operating system is a collection of set of interrelated programs, because operating system is not a one program, it is a collection of programs, and all these programs are interrelated with each other. So all these interrelated programs make your operating system, and this operating system can control your resources. Resources means your devices your peripheral devices, your input output devices, your CPU, your monitor, your RAM, your hard disk. All these are resources such as processor, memory, IO devices, users files, folders. All these are managed by your operating system. If operating system is not there, your PC is dumb. So the main purpose of operating system is you can use your computer system more conveniently and efficiently. This is the primary goal of your operating system. Class, in this slides we understand OS is a system software, right? And it is reside in your computer system, in your PC, and it provides interface between user and the hardware, right? Suppose I have a jobs. When we open your computer, there are number of devices, but these devices users cannot contact it. So these hardware can be accessed by the user with the help of operating system. There are number of operating systems available in your market like Windows, Mac OS, Unix, Linux. But all these operating systems having a main primary goal is convenience. First function of operating system is convenience, means easiest way से हम लोग हार्डवेयर को यूज कर सकें, right? Second, the more primary goal of your operating system is throughput. Throughput means number of tasks executed per unit time. It is the demand of user in a very less time he or she can execute number of tasks, and this is only possible with the help of operating system. So, and this is the common primary goals of your operating system. First is security. In every operating system, when you start your operating system, there is one authentication and authorization procedure is there, is username and password. Every operating system uses password protection to protect user data so that unauthorized access to their programs and their data will not access your data. Second is control over performance. This is the main task, main function of your operating system is the response time between the service request and the system response, right? This is your performance. So when user click it, it get the results immediately. This is the performance. It is based on your operating system, right? With the help of your operating system, you can troubleshoot your problems so that your important information will not be lost. If response time of executing the process will be increases, you can execute multiple tasks. Second is job accounting. Job means process. Suppose when I use a PC, I'm just clicking MS Word, then I'm clicking MS SX, then I'm clicking MS Excel, then I'm using 3.1. Operating system keep track of time and the resources by using these processes, these jobs, these tasks, MSSS, your Excel, your PowerPoint, and this information can be used to track resource uses for a particular user or a group of users. Suppose your Word use a one input device to complete its execution, complete this task, and the same device is required by the another process. So in operating system will maintain a track of the time from how long that resource is used by that job. It is all are maintained your job accounting. There is one task manager. This task manager having the same procedures in your operating system. Next is error detecting ads. When you are performing, or you can say, you are installing some softwares. During installations, maybe your software will not properly install and they give some error. So these errors easily detect by your operating system and inform you this is the task you are performing by wrongly way. So operating system constantly monitors your system and detect the errors and avoid the malfunctioning of your computer system. This is the fourth function of your operating system. Another is device management. This is very, very important. When you attach your device will communicate with the operating system with the help of device drivers. If operating system have already installed the device drivers of the respective device, then it will be easily communicate with your OS. Otherwise, you have to install the drivers of that device so that they can communicate with your operating system. So operating system manages this device communication also. So it performs various activities like keep tracks of all the devices, which device is used by which task, which program is responsible for which device, because each and every device has their own input output controller, so they can communicate with the IOs, and these IOs then interact with your operating system. So in device management, operating system is also allocate the device to a particular process and deallocate the device when that job or that task is completed. So allocation and deallocation of devices to a particular task is the responsibility of your operating system. Next function of operating system is file management. Every user creating number of files and directories, but these files and directories are stored in your secondary storage device, that is your hard disk. But these files and devices, how they are managed? They are managed by using file system. So this file system is organized into the directories for efficient and easy navigations and usage. You can easily navigate where is my file located, how we use it. So these directories can contain many other directories, they can contain many number of files in that directories, but operating system will carry out all these file management activities, in which directory which file is there, how we create directories, how we create files, and after creating files we can store that file into that directory. But all these and keeping the record of tracks, sectors of that hard disk, particularly about the architecture of your hard disk, where that file is stored. All these activities, all these informations, they stored in their file system, so that user can operating system can easily assess where that file is placed that user wanted. These facilities are collectively is called as file system. So your file system is also managed by operating system. Next is processor management. This is very important. Your operating system manages multi-programming environment. You opened number of processes, and all processes when open or executing any particular work or task, that process have access to the processor directly, and how much processing time each process has required, they all are managed by your operating system. When you open MS Word, when you open Excel, when you open SS at the similar times, every process feel this processor is meant for me, but no, processor giving equal time to all the three processes. So how this operating system will do it? They are using various CPU scheduling algorithms, right? CPU shift to one process, shift to another process with the help of operating system. So it keeps track of the status of the process, whether they are completed, whether they are ongoing, whether they are ready, whether they are in process, what the status of that process, they are maintained by your operating system. The program which performs this task, this is called as traffic controller, which is inbuilt in your operating system. It allocates the CPU to a process, right, and deallocates the processor when a processor is no more required, they are completed. All these activities comes under your processor management, and it is processor management function is performed by your operating system. Next and last one is memory management. This is very, in the previous slide you have studied file management. This is your secondary storage activity. This is your main memory management. Your operating system manages both your main memory and primary memory or your main memory. And you know, main memory is made up of number of words where each word is assigned as some address where your data is stored. And your main memory is fastest storage device and which is directly interact with your CPU. So when you open MS Word, it is startup and immediately send it to your RAM. They are placed at their RAM, and from RAM one by one that processes is given to you the CPU. They are executed. So putting these processes to the memory and assigning to the to your CPU, all these functionalities are done by your operating system. So it keeps tracks of your primary memory, your memory addresses are allocated to your processes. OS decides the order in which the process are granted access to memory, how they long access. All these activities are done by your operating system. Okay? It allocates a memory to a process. When a process is in process, they are given to the CPU. When they are processed, means they are executed, there no more process is required. Now that process is deallocated from your memory, because there is a constraint in memory management. Constraint is limit of size. Your RAM is limited, but your hard disk is unlimited, right? Only required process is executed in the RAM. So that's, you can understand, constraint is there. So for that constraint, for removing that constraint, so we can swap the process, swap in, swap out. When we require that process, we swap in. When we don't require that process, we can give swap process, swap out. So all these operations are done under your memory management, performed by your operating system. So in this lecture we understand what is operating system and what are the functionalities of operating system.